correct or give me a different name, and tell me who you're representing here today, whether you're the applicant, owner. Looks like here we have the applicant, we have the applicants and the owners. So if you just confirm that for me, we'll go ahead and get started. So Mike Shirk, if you could unmute.
Yep, this is Mike Shirk, here with my wife, Abigail Sprinkle. We are the owners.
Great, welcome.
Thank you.
And we also have Wes Menzel here from the City Planning Department. Welcome, Wes. All right, and are we expecting anyone else to join us here today before we get started? No?
No.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I need to read through our hearing script. This will just cover the procedure for the hearing, and then we can begin. So this is the September 10th, 2025 session of the Zoning Hearing Examiner docket. Again, my name is David Sturkey. I'll be presiding over the hearing. The case before us today is case number ZH20250084. That's 5829 Wyatt Avenue. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the Zoning Hearing Examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. For our purposes here today, I'll allow Ms. Shirk and Ms. Sprinkle to provide any testimony and tell me about the project. Generally, what folks tell me about is, any background they think is important, what exactly the project is, the zoning relief that's required to complete the project, and then, of course, why you think that zoning relief is appropriate and why it should be approved. After you've had the opportunity to do that, I would generally, if there were anyone from the public, I would allow them to speak after the applicants have presented their case. If no one from the public joins us, I'll then turn it over to Wes Menzel from the Planning Department to provide any testimony in addition to the staff report that he's prepared. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to respond to that testimony that was offered in opposition. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or make any comments. In the event of any technical difficulties with the Zoom technology, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those issues on the fly, but to the extent there's some defect that prevents us from being fully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. Okay, final thing I need to do here is just swear in all of our witnesses. So if you intend on providing any testimony here today, the zoning code requires that I swear you in. So I'm going to just collectively do that right now with all of our speakers. So if you could just raise your right hand, I'll need you to answer out loud. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. All right, who'll be taking the lead here on the applicant's presentation?
I can.
Okay, floor is yours.
We are seeking relief to build a front porch on our house here in Kennedy Heights. House is built in 1894. Current setback as it stands would keep us from building anything more than, I think, a couple feet off the front of our house. There's lots of other similar older homes in the neighborhood that have front porches. Worked with an architect, designed a front porch, would not diminish the character of the neighborhood. We think it would really improve the streetscape and the character of the neighborhood. It fits the architectural style of the home. And yeah, we're seeking, I think, a setback of 20 feet, 20 feet 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the ultimate setback.
What's the current setback? Well, is there a front porch at all right now as it stands?
It is not covered, but it's just kind of a front deck.
Dilapidated front porch. Yes.
Gotcha. So that's all coming out, and a entirely new covered front porch will be put in its place. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And what's the current setback of the existing front porch? Do you know?
I believe it's about 27 feet. We'll measure to the front facade of the house.
Yeah, the setback I think is 27. Our current existing front porch actually impedes on the setback from the city.
Existing setback here is 25 feet.
Yes.
10 3/8 inches.
Yeah.
Okay, so the new porch will be approximately 5 feet wider or closer to that
Yes.
setback. Is that right? Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Right. And
Oh, and then
sure, go ahead.
the average front setback from our neighboring properties sits at 27 feet 10 inches.
Gotcha. Okay,
So that's even behind the front of the house as it is now.
right. Got it. Okay. Let's see. Anything else you want to tell me now before I give Wes an opportunity to weigh in here?
We'd really love to put a front porch on. I think that's
We think it would really add to the character of the house. We bought this house 4 years ago with the intention of fixing it up, but trying to maintain the original character. And the existing front porch that is on the house, we don't really believe adds anything to the character of the house. If anything, it diminishes it. So it's really important to us to keep up the architectural style of the house. And in our original documents, we attached pictures of similar houses in our neighborhood from the similar time era, and they all have front porches that we're trying to match or at least come close to matching.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. Wes, did you want to weigh in on the discussion here at all?
Good morning. I just want to clarify the existing porch that's not covered, that's kind of in the same location as the proposed porch, right? Is that? So I was a little confused when you guys were talking about the existing setbacks, so that the existing setback to the existing porch is similar to what you're proposing, I think. I don't know the exact number, but
Yeah.
so just
I-
the proposed porch would kind of go in a similar location to the existing porch, except it's a little bit wider.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
From my interpretation, the setback measurement from the street would only include covered structures. So this uncovered current front porch isn't where the setback to the house would be measured. But
Yeah.
yes, if you measured it to the front of the existing porch, we're looking for maybe another foot.
Yeah.
Or so.
Yeah, it's a little confusing how that works. If it's like a structural element that's coming out of the ground, we'd measure to that. Like,
Okay.
so I didn't catch that earlier, but my main reason to comment is that I think that the proposed porch is in a similar location to the existing porch, except you're going to have a covered porch. And the new porch would be a little bit larger. So
Yes,
Yes.
it would span the front of the house, and I think it's only about 1 or 2 feet deeper in
Yeah.
front of the house.
yeah. So other than that, David, I don't have any other comments. Just my staff report would be for reference. Thanks.
Okay, great. Thank you, Wes. Appreciate it. I don't think I have any other questions. Is there anything else you wanted to say in response to any of Wes's comments or anything in closing or otherwise before we adjourn?
Only that the remaining setback of 20 feet 2 inches provides lots of front yard space in like similar depth to our block. I know most of the setback was measured on our side of the street, but there are houses on the other side of the street that seem to have front yards of similar depth, and we wouldn't be blocking anybody's views or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
that's
think,
very,
and given the age of the house, I'm sure that the setbacks might not have even existed when the house was constructed. So
I don't think zoning
think
law
zoning,
existed
yeah.
when the house was built. And it looks like you got a pretty significant, like, the houses on the sides are pretty setback pretty far from your house. The lots are pretty wide.
Yeah.
So I think as you said, Mr. Shirk, this wouldn't block or impede anyone's air, light, views, anything like that. Is that right?
Right.
And we did discuss with our neighbors before coming here today to make sure that they were all okay with it.
Okay, great. Excuse me. Well, let's leave it at that. I've had a chance to review the application materials and the staff report, and based on that and based on the testimony that I've heard here today, I agree that it would be impractical to strictly enforce the zoning code to this application. And so based on all of that, I am going to approve the application. I need to formalize that approval in a written decision. I mentioned at the beginning that typically takes about 2 weeks. I'll do everything I can to get that to you as quickly as possible. As soon as I finish that, I'll put it into a PDF and I'll email it to everybody in the hearing here today. So you all have a copy of that really just moments after it's complete. Once Wes sees that email, he can approve the zoning permitting on his end, and you all can take the next steps. Any questions about any of that?
Just a clarifying question. So it'll just go back to Wes and then we don't need to resubmit for a permit request?
Did you submit for a permit already?
Yes.
Yes. And then I think we got the denial where we had to go and ask for a variance.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Okay, my denial letter was what we call a preliminary review.
Okay.
But did you submit to the building department for a permit? Because I'm not aware of that.
I don't think we have submitted to the building department. No.
Okay, once you submit for your building permit, all the different departments review it, including zoning. So at that point, the zoning would be approved based on David's decision today. We have to wait till he sends his written decision. So, but
knowing that this is preliminarily approved, you can go ahead and start that building permit process. I would go and start that right away. If my decision isn't out by the time you all have started that, it will get paused until Wes approves the zoning and sees the decision and approves the zoning officially.
Yeah.
But you can start that process and get it moving through some of the other departments to review. Is that right, Wes?
Yeah, and actually the building department, like time parameter on reviews is pretty much the same as your decision, 2 weeks kind of thing, 2-3 weeks. So other departments might not even review it before I get done with it, assuming David gets his decision done soon, so there's definitely, you should definitely apply for your permits as soon as possible, get it going if you want to.
Perfect. I just didn't know the order of operations here if
Yeah.
we needed to wait or. But
No, you don't need to wait. Yeah.
You don't need to wait. Yeah, it can go. They'll stop it if there's a zoning issue. If you've applied for the building permit, they would stop it and wait for my decision. So
Okay.
All right.
you're good to
Perfect.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We're
All right,
new to
all right.
this
Great,
process.
great. Fantastic. Well, good luck with the project. Thank you all for your time, your testimony. Hope you have a great day, and we're adjourned.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.